What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing loan report number 2 of 4 running throughout this international break. Today's video we're going to be speaking about Kieren Slicker, Morgan Rogers, Jan Couto, Zack Steffen and Tommy Doyle. But before I do crack on with today's loan report, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, please subscribe. It's free. Also, don't forget as well, social media links there in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my TikTok link. That is in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Leave a thumbs up, 100 likes once more is the aim. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And finally, this video is sponsored and brought to you by GT Player. You can go and check out GT Player's website. That's in the description. If you use code JSGC5 on checkout, you will get 5% off your orders. Doing some fantastic chairs, and they very kindly sent me right here this limited edition Manchester City chair. I'll have my promo video, I'll roll that at the end of the video. So let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off first by speaking about Kieren Slicker. Got loaned in the summer by Manchester City to Rochdale. He returned back to Manchester City in the winter. He was expected to be loaned out, and he was never loaned out. Now, he never made any appearances in League 2 with Rochdale, running from August through to January. Made one appearance in the Papa John's Trophy, conceding 3 goals, and 2 appearances in the Carabao Cup, again conceding 3 goals. He returned back to City in January. Rochdale sitting bottom of League 2, and they are set to become a non-league club as well. Ouch. And also very much a waste of loan here for Kieren Slicker. His contract does expire in 2024 at Manchester City, and I'm wondering what his level will be. Obviously needing regular first team football. We'll have to wait and see. I thought he would have got regular first team football at Rochdale with them struggling, but there we go. Anyway, moving on. Morgan Rogers plays for Blackpool. 20-year-old winger, was meant to join Blackpool in the summer, picked up an injury, so he stayed with Manchester City. Blackpool did take up the option to sign him again in January, and he's joined them on loan until the end of the season. He's played 12 times in the Championship, starting 42% of all their Championship games since joining them, and playing in 55% of all minutes available in the Championship. He's not scored or assisted any goals. However, Blackpool fans reading about him seem very pleased with what they've seen so far, which is good. So seems to be enjoying his loan spell there at Blackpool, and hopefully between now and the end of the season can get his stats up as well and get a couple of goals and a couple of assists as well. We'll see. Again, his contract's also up in 2024. Now, Jan Couto, player we've spoken about a few times, always seems to be doing well, and he's a player that excites me. Brazilian 20-year-old fullback. He's made 14 appearances whilst being out on loan in La Liga at Girona, started 27% of games and featured in 29% of all available minutes. He's not had any injuries this season, just been utilised as a squad player. I do really wish we'd stop sending players to Girona. They've got Jan Couto, they've got Yangel Herrera, 2 top-class players, and both of them haven't been utilised. Girona like to use their own squad, and I get that. So why do Man City send players out there on loan knowing full well that they're not going to be starting games, regardless of how good they are, because they like to use their own players rather than loan players from City? It just baffles me, absolutely baffles me, and I just feel like we've wasted Yangel Herrera and Jan Couto's loans when we could have been finding the right club for them, getting regular minutes and increasing their value for 2 top-class players. Jan Couto's contract up in 2025. Please, City, don't be sending him out on loan to Girona again, and please just stop sending players out to Girona, full stop. Now, this next player is really interesting. Zack Steffen. Think back to last year, all fine and well, playing as Man City's number 2, wants to be getting regular minutes, he wants to go with the United States national team to the World Cup. He makes that mistake at Wembley against Liverpool, and all of a sudden City fans have doubts about Zack Steffen. Seems the club have doubts about Zack Steffen, and they let him leave. They wanted a permanent transfer, it never happened. They loaned him instead, and City signed Stefan Ortega Moreno on a free from Germany. So Steffen went to Middlesbrough, and there was doubts about him getting regular minutes there. There was at one point at the beginning of the season, they weren't impressed with what they've seen, and he was on the bench for them. He wasn't playing regular football, and it was a massive come down for Zack Steffen. Well, I'm really pleased to announce that he's come back strong. He's got himself back into that Middlesbrough team under Michael Carrick, their new manager for this season. 34 appearances in the Championship, conceding just 36 goals and 9 clean sheets. Played 89% of all available games in the Championship and 89% of all available minutes as well, and well and truly made that number 1 position at Borough his own. Now, Middlesbrough, they're doing very well. 3rd place in the Championship, competing really well at the top end. Could well be promoted, if not through the playoffs, could even come automatically hot on the tails of Sheffield United, who we're going to speak about Tommy Doyle in a minute. So one of the 2 City players there are going to get promoted, which is really good to see. And if Zack Steffen does manage to go with Middlesbrough and get them promoted, I would be very surprised if Middlesbrough didn't make their move with the Premier League money coming in to make that transfer permanent. But I'm so happy that he's doing really well, because I think he's a top quality keeper. He's a keeper that's shown tremendous character and not letting that mistake at Wembley in that FA Cup semi-final define who he is. He's a top quality goalkeeper, doing really well with Middlesbrough, who could well be a Premier League team in the next couple of months. Now, Zack's contract with City up in 2025, and with strong performances, it could work really well. He is a goalkeeper that can compete lower Premier League, upper Championship. I'm really pleased that he's doing really well. The question has to be, is it going to be on loan, or is it going to be a permanent transfer for Zack Steffen? If Borough go up, I think Zack Steffen could well become a Middlesbrough player on a permanent basis. Seems to be enjoying his time with Borough under Michael Carrick. Now, the final player, Tommy Doyle, one of the most interesting players that we've sent out on loan this season, and arguably our star boy out on loan this season. Now, he's made just 24 appearances for Sheffield United, 3 goals, 2 assists. You look at that and you think, doesn't sound like someone who's doing really well. Started 35% of all available games and featured in 36% of all available minutes. Again, just doesn't sound like someone who's doing really well. However, he's had repeat injuries on his calf. 3 times his calf has been injured this season, and he's missed a good chunk of the season. When he's been fit, he's played and he's started for Sheffield United, and he's looked so good. To a point, Sheffield United, if they get promoted, I'll tell you right now, one of the first players they'll be going after on a permanent basis will be Tommy Doyle. 21-year-old English central midfielder, contracted with City until 2025. Any permanent deal for City that gets negotiated this summer, if it does happen, needs to include a buyback clause, because he looks like such a promising young player. Him and James McAtee, 2 sensational players who have been utilised really well at the top end of the Championship by Sheffield United. So applause to them. There's other Championship teams that don't know how to utilise loan players from the Premier League. Sheffield United, Middlesbrough, Burnley seem to have got it absolutely spot on and showing their quality like no end. Tommy Doyle scoring a goal in the FA Cup quarter-final against Blackburn Rovers, sending Sheffield United to Wembley for an FA Cup semi-final against Manchester City. Unfortunately, McAtee and Tommy Doyle, due to the rules by the FA, cannot feature in that game. Unfortunately, I wish that they could. It'd be great to see them in action and showcasing what they can do, but he's having a tremendous loan. If Sheffield United don't take up the option to sign him, certainly worthwhile having him for pre-season with City and assessing his squad status, particularly with us having a need in central midfielders. If we want to spend big, and I mean big money on a player and save some money, if we're looking for 2 central midfielders, spend big on one. Tommy Doyle could be the other. He's been very impressive. What he needs now is regular Premier League minutes, and he could get that with Sheffield United. I'd be half tempted to say to Sheffield United, no permanent deal. Loan him again, see how he does in the Premier League, and we'll maybe include a big fee for you to sign him or utilise him with City, because after all, he is City's player. Tommy Doyle, though, doing incredibly well out on loan with Sheffield United and potentially on the verge of becoming a Premier League player once more, like Zack Steffen. So there we go, that has been the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be back again tomorrow for loan report number 3. So do stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Social media links there in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 100 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. TikTok link in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. And finally, big thank you to GT Player for sponsoring today's video. see you all again tomorrow for loan report number 3. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.